Hey everyone, and thanks for jumping back into the cryptoverse. Today, we're going to talk about Ethereum. We're going to be looking at the risk metric of the Ethereum Bitcoin valuation. If you guys like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and also check out the Telegram channel, which you can find a link to in the description below. We also do have the premium list. The prices are going up tomorrow. Make sure you guys lock in the low rate into thecryptoverse.com. Let's go ahead and jump in. So this is the Ethereum Bitcoin valuation color-coded by the risk metric, which goes, of course, from 0 to 1. 0, historically low risk, which is blue. Red, historically high risk, which is red. Now, this is an interesting risk metric because it's not of the USD pair. So that's something you have to consider. Ethereum USD peaks in the future might not correspond to Ethereum Bitcoin peaks. In fact, the two major Ethereum Bitcoin peaks occurred in early 2016 and then early 2017. The Ethereum Bitcoin valuation's prior all-time high was actually in 2017, not 2018. So some people prefer to just trade crypto to crypto to go from, say, Ethereum to Bitcoin, Bitcoin back to Ethereum, rather than going Ethereum to USD or Bitcoin to USD. They just trade one back to the other. And when it's when it's more bearish in the market, maybe they sit on more Bitcoin. When it's more bullish in the market, maybe they sit on more Ethereum. But this is what it looks like. And one of the advantages of the last couple of years is that we've been slowly moving up. And this is what we speculated all along, remember, is that this market cycle for the Ethereum Bitcoin valuation, it's going to be a very slow move up, okay? And you might say, well, it's moved up relatively quickly. Yeah, I mean, we've moved up and down a lot, okay? And we keep going through these swings back from Ethereum to Bitcoin moving. We know a lot of times in Q4, Bitcoin's moving. You can see the risk level on the Ethereum Bitcoin valuation is already starting to come down some because it's been slowly consolidating since that prior local high at 0.082, and plus the longer we just kind of hang out at these levels, the lower the risk level would ultimately be. But for now, it still is slowly coming down. If we take out the color from this and just plot the risk on the secondary y-axis, you get something that looks like this. So you can see that the Ethereum Bitcoin risk actually went above 0.7, okay, back in earlier this year during the Ethereum tsunami, when it essentially went up approximately 2x in 2 weeks at the very end. And since then, it's come back down to the 0.5 to 0.6 risk band. Now, the way you do this, or the way you can do this, is you can say, all right, well, maybe you buy Ethereum with Bitcoin when it's below these levels. Maybe you buy Bitcoin with Ethereum when it's above these levels. Or you could always come up with different approaches where maybe you buy Ethereum up to a certain risk level. And then if it's up here, you take profits. Maybe you wait until 0.7 to take profits, which you would have hit not so long ago, back in May. Maybe you even wait to higher risk levels before you ultimately take profits. And if you're doing that, then that would essentially mean that you would not have taken any profits on your Ethereum back to Bitcoin at this point in the market cycle. You're waiting for a more serious move, like maybe one like this. But you can see that it's taking a lot longer to get there, right? You can see that in 2019 we were down at around 0.3, and then in 2020 we were maybe around 0.4. 2021 we've been hanging around 0.5, and then maybe by 2022 we'll spend a lot of time around 0.6, and then we'll have occasional moves higher and higher and higher. So I just want to show this because eventually, one day it's certainly possible that we make a run back to the 0.8 to 0.9 wristband, or maybe even higher, and it might be a good time to take profits from Ethereum to Bitcoin if you want to make sure that you realize some of those gains of Ethereum back to Bitcoin. Now, if you don't want to do that, you could just use this risk metric to try to figure out, all right, well, when should you maybe just stop loading up on Ethereum if the risk level is getting too far gone against Bitcoin? Because the expectation at that point would be that Bitcoin will outperform it. Imagine imagine one day the Ethereum risk level against Bitcoin comes all the way back up here. Then at that point, it's highly likely that then Bitcoin will outperform Ethereum in the short term. For now, as I've always said this cycle, the Ethereum Bitcoin valuation is on a very long journey upwards. Okay, a very long journey upwards. You can see that's been the case since late 2018. The Ethereum Bitcoin valuation has just been slowly increasing. I contend that it will continue to slowly increase, even if in the short term, this is the Ethereum risk level. This is the Ethereum Bitcoin valuation. But you can see that they're both just slowly increasing over the long term. Since 2019, the Ethereum Bitcoin valuation has been moving up, but the Ethereum Bitcoin risk level has been moving up since late 2018. So we look at this and I say the path of least resistance over the next, the duration of the market cycle, which I do believe is not ending in 2021. If I feel like I'm wrong on that, I will certainly let people know later in 2021 if everything's going absolutely parabolic. But as far as I'm concerned, there is still a very, very high probability that the market cycle extends beyond 2021. And with that said, I think the Ethereum Bitcoin valuation will continue slowly moving up well beyond 2021. So I do think that we will ultimately reach these higher valuations against Bitcoin. Obviously, people would like to see us get to a valuation of 0.1. I do think the Ethereum Bitcoin valuation will make it to 0.1 again this market cycle, and hopefully even go above where it went last cycle at 0.15. We do have a long way to go to get there, and obviously the risk levels are hopefully going to allow us to navigate it in a little bit of more of a simplistic manner. Okay, so you can come up with any strategy you want. Maybe you just wait till the highest risk band, which is pretty risky considering there's no guarantee we make it there. You could also buy Ethereum with Bitcoin up to very high risk levels. But you can see the advantage of setting certain milestones. For instance, if you just said, all right, maybe I'll take some of your Ethereum back to Bitcoin anytime Ethereum gets over 0.7 risk, then it would have caught the Ethereum Bitcoin valuation surge in May. Okay, and that just allows you to bank some profits. And then whenever it goes down to these levels, then you do the reverse, right? You know, when you're below 0.5, you could be really loading up on Ethereum with the expectation that in the not so distant future it'll be outperforming Bitcoin. So that's the whole idea. I still believe Ethereum is in the phase of slowly gaining value on Bitcoin. And then eventually we'll probably go back the other way for a while, similar to these moves over here. But I still contend that we are very much in a long journey where the Ethereum valuation moves up against Bitcoin, even if in Q4 in the short term it typically moves down. So short term, could the Ethereum Bitcoin valuation go down? Of course. But as we go into 2022 and beyond, I do think it'll continue trending higher. If you guys like the content, remember to check out the premium list into thecryptoverse.com. Prices are going up tomorrow, so you can lock in the low rate. You'll get access to these risk levels, the weekly reports and videos, the Telegram chat room, the Telegram alerts channel, the trading view indicators, and more. So check it out into thecryptoverse.com. Thank you guys for tuning in. Subscribe, click the bell icon, click the like button if you like the content, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.